Hey howdy, hey everyone, it's Chris here, aka Omega Actual, just making another video of my time with the Halo 5 beta right now. These videos I'm about to show you are a collection of games that were made with a group of people that I played with, that we actually were communicating with one another. So the quality of these games is probably going to be a whole lot better than what we were previously seeing there. And these are all sequential. This is not like cobbled together from two entirely different times. This is pretty much exactly how it went down. There's even like a loss that I fit in there. So I've been playing with the beta for, wow, a couple of days now. It's we're on to the I think it's week 2, where we're starting to get battle rifle starts in as a replacement for assault rifle starts. And what that's doing right now is it's sort of forcing everyone to sort of take like the longer game and all that, unless you want to go in with a submachine gun or the assault rifle to bring it down to a knife fight. And that's good. It's very good. But let me tell you like my experience with the beta in the first part of it, like week 1, when we were playing only with Truth and Empire. Let me start by saying that you cannot lone wolf this game. It's almost impossible to do so because everyone moves so quickly. You get a pretty high time to kill and all that, and if you make a mistake, you're pretty much dead. Some of these maps are pretty unforgiving when it comes to traversal and when it comes to cover. Okay, so when I was playing my first couple times, when I uploaded my first video, I got lucky with my first couple games, and I was scoring pretty well, and I was tackling a whole bunch of opponents. And the game ranked me up in the Onyx division. I think it was Onyx 2. I'm in Onyx 2 right now. I don't remember if that's where it put me. And that was good. And the thing is, though, like, this game really feels like Halo to me. If you've watched my Call of Duty Advanced Warfare videos, I'm playing that game totally different than this one. It's, yes, you do scope in. You do. But the thing is, though, you're not totally dependent on it. You can take opponents down, hip fire range, and that's good. It's good because that's the way that Halo was. It wasn't founded on the Call of Duty principle and all that. And what some people are thinking is because Call of Duty has now become the de facto giant in video gaming, people are willing to compare to that, and it doesn't matter what the comparison is. It can go down to the sprinting, it can come down to the jetpacks, which I must add that Halo 4 had before Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And if you want to go before that, the principle behind it actually appeared in Halo Reach as the evade armor ability. So, and then people are starting to complain, oh, what about the scope and the ADS and all that? It's not. Doesn't increase accuracy for all weapons and all that. As a matter of fact, it seems that depending on the weapon that's being used, it adds like a sort of a different sort of ability and all that. Automatics seem to have like a tighter spread and all that. Precision weapons seem to zoom in. And for the sword, it increases lunge distance because you're going to see some awfully good slice and dicing here. And since we're on week 2, I've been able to play with the light rifle and all that. It causes the weapon to change its function from a single to a plasma cutter style burst setting. And what I mean by that is, if you haven't played it yet this week, or if you don't even have the beta at all, shame on you because it's a good game. But if you haven't played it yet, when you zoom in with the light rifle, it causes the single fire weapon to sort of split horizontally 3 beams while still taking up only 1 shot of ammunition. And that's interesting. That changes it up because that sort of makes it an attractive sort of weapon where it can deal that much damage in one sort of position. Otherwise, it fires slower than the DMR and it has less ammunition, but I think it packs a bit more punch. I think it does anyway. And the original energy sword is back on Eden, the new city map. And that's not going to be in this video, but that's going to be in another video that I'm putting up. It's the original sword. It hasn't been touched. As I said before, as I was pretty sure all along, that the Prophet's Bane is only a unique version of the sword. So now that we know that the original sword is in the game, and that this unique sword is in the game, makes me wonder what other sort of legendary weapons are going to be in there. One of my questions that I want to ask is, what about the Fist of Rukt? And if you don't know what the Fist of Rukt is, that's the special gravity hammer that Tartarus, the Brute Chieftain, used in Halo 2. And that was special because it looked different than the other energy swords that we saw in Halo 3 and Halo Reach and Halo 4. So, and it was legendary in the fact that I think it caused a lot more damage as well. So, it's going to be interesting to see if 343 is going to put those weapons... Oh, pardon me, I'm yawning. It'd be interesting to see if 343 puts those in the game so that we explore different parts of that Halo history put into matchmaking. So, am I having fun with this game? Yes, I am. But going back to what I said at the very beginning of the game, this is not really a game where I would advocate a lone wolf strategy. It's good. Actually, I would almost require that you communicate with your teammates. Because in all these videos, you can't hear it, but I'm talking with my team. I'm calling out where the enemies are. And pretty much through all these games, except for one that I'm about to show you, we won. Because we were communicating, we were putting fire on one area, and we were having a good time. I'm a firm believer in the fact that if you're actually having a good time with something, you're going to do better. If you're going to go in with like a rainy personality and all that, you're only going to hurt yourself when it comes to your KDA and your division ranking. And that's good. So please, like, if you want to have like the best experience, find a couple friends to play around with. Or if you happen across a game where everyone is talking with one another, talk back. Give them feedback. Give them pointers. Point out where the enemies are on the map. It's a very, very simple sort of thing. So, I have to say, like, the maps right now are kind of okay. Like, Midship, of course, is very iconic. It's very nostalgic. And what some of the people were upset with was the fact that you could cross it really quickly. But that... I don't understand the issue about that, because you could cross Midship in Halo 2 very quickly. Because the map was so small, you could actually do that. I mean, that map was more for one-on-one matches, if anything else, and people were going in there with full teams. You could cross that entire map within about maybe 10-15 seconds maximum. And it's kind of the same here. You sort of upscaled it so that it accommodates the abilities a little bit more. And you know something? I actually like the abilities, because if I can cross a map very quickly, I can sort of break an enemy's map control provided I have the best weapon. Like the Prophet's Bane right here. It's good for... well, it's demoralizing as well. Because if that thing's running towards you, you should be scared, because that guy has increased speed and increased lunge distance. And I have to tactically use that when I'm using this sword, where I have to judge how far away an enemy is before I can go and basically turn them into cocktail weenies and all that. If I'm going up against multiple enemies and all that, using the extended lunge actually works in my benefit, because the enemy doesn't know how far away I am or how far away my lunge is. So, I can take down 3 of them, and I have taken down groups of 3 opponents with the Prophet's Bane. Because I can use it correctly. It's a devastating power weapon. And if you learn to use it well, all the better. So I'm rolling up there in the front with my Nightfall armor, because Nightfall, it's ODST armor. It's very personal to me. It's I've always used ODST armor pretty much when it was available. Like in Halo 3, when we first had the news that we could roll with an ODST armor set, I was all over that. I figured that I actually really wanted to do that, because ODSTs are badass. Everyone wanted to be an ODST. I'd argue almost as much as being a Spartan. So, here it's called Nightfall armor because, of course, it's connected to Halo Nightfall. Which I had to actually rewatch because I had a problem unlocking the helmet set. I unlocked the armor just fine, but because of like a glitch or something like that, I couldn't actually access the helmet. And that was kind of a bummer because it's not complete without the full armor set. It's really not that full feeling. I mean, yeah, I can use the air assault and all that, but it's not the same as having my ODST helmet, and thankfully I was able to do that, so now I got the complete ensemble, and I'm probably going to be rolling with it for the rest of the beta, because it's almost like my signature sort of playstyle, my almost signature sort of, Halo armor permutation. And it's, of course, I've also progressed a little bit more where I can unlock a lot more helmet sets and the visors, too, and that'll be in the next game, I think, and all that. But it's good. It's I had so much fun with these guys. So much fun being able to play a game, talk to your friends, and let them know where a bad guy is so you can play to the best of your ability. Because I've had absolutely horrible matches where, well, I've done bad and my team has done bad simply because we aren't communicating. Oh, that reminds me. Breakout, the new mode that is in the beta. It's, of course, a one-life sort of game that's reminiscent of Counter-Strike or Speedball, which is a paintball variation in which you're going in, like you're all running in, and you have to tag each other very quickly. And the games are over. Well, it's not so much the games, that the rounds are over very quickly. In which case, you have a bunch of people that are catapulted literally onto the playing field, and where you have to basically go in and knock each other senseless. And you die very quickly in that one because you're not given a shield. Instead, you're only given a health bar. And that's good because now you're advertising group play again. This is a match-making mode where... Whoops, sorry, there goes my controller. I'm going to put that right back there. This is all live, so you're hearing my thoughts as they are, as I'm expressing them. So it's a game mode that really, really emphasizes teamwork and emphasizes call-outs and all that, because in Breakout you don't have a radar. You don't have call-outs. But your Spartans will call it out, generally where they are, but in that mode I don't think it's actually very useful. Because in that mode, because you can all move so quickly and you can all lose your entire team in the space of about maybe 5 seconds if they're playing poorly, you can lose very fast. So you want to emphasize that communication. And Elisrael, my pal that I was playing with, he's very good with that ground pound, by the way. He can use it very, very well. And the thing is, though, not a whole lot of people can use it very well. Because he's ended matches right now. I think he got at least 2 ground pound kills in this match. So that's testament to his skill with that particular Spartan ability. But going back to what I was saying about Breakout, and that going off the fact that it emphasizes heavy teamwork and heavy communication. What I found so far is that very, very, very few people actually communicate in this game. What the hell, guys? Plug in your mics. Talk to one another. Because a lot of my games where I've done absolutely horrible stems from the fact that people don't talk to one another. And a lot of the times when I'm able to utterly devastate a team, they're not able to talk to each other. And once again, in a game that emphasizes teamwork, like Team Slayer, you have to work with the rest of your Spartans. Otherwise, you're going to get dominated. And one would think that this would actually be a good thing, but everyone likes the lone wolf things. Not the way to do it. This is like the first Halo in a long time that I can remember that emphasized your unit cohesion as a group of players. You can only succeed if all of you work together. This is not a game where you go it alone. I will say it again. So please, if you're playing the beta, talk to people. Communicate. Call out, at the very least. Your Spartans will do that, but they're not really real time. They're really only at specific sort of moments. It's useful, yes, if you don't have a microphone or if your microphone's broken, but I would always recommend physically speaking to your teammates if all possible. I didn't talk for the first couple days for a couple reasons. Partly because I didn't want to because no one else wanted to talk, but also partly because I wanted to try to capture some in-game chat. But here I am a couple days later, and I now realize that it's a lot more important to sort of play that team player. Like, I was playing Breakout, and of course nobody's talking to one another, and it's a map with no radar. It means that your enemy can sneak up behind you, and you won't be aware of it. Like, an entire team can just get behind you and triple team you, and you can't do anything about it because you're not paying attention. You're sneaking around. You're thinking that you got more than one life. You're playing it like it's Call of Duty. It's not! It's not Call of Duty. It's not Search and Destroy. Anyone who thinks that sort of thing, it seriously needs to get their head checked, because that plays a lot more like Counter-Strike. And granted, they're mostly console gamers that don't primarily play PC games. But if you did, you would know that there's more to it than Call of Duty. And for anybody, by the by, who thinks that gun game was like a Call of Duty innovation, it's fucking not. That also came from Counter-Strike. So, but again, most people that play console games typically only play console games. I don't, because I like to broaden my gaming horizons. I like to look at things a little bit more objectively than that. And, well, here I am, basically explaining to people that didn't really recognize it. So, is there anything else to really talk about? I've been talking for about 15 minutes now, and I can sum up my thoughts that I enjoyed this beta. I really did. So, well, I did. I mean, I do, because we still got plenty more time to enjoy it. So, Eden is good, and you're going to see that later on. I'm probably not going to have any sort of commentary for that. That Eden is the remix map for Empire. Eden, Empire, I thought that sort of thing would fit together. And just on that subject, I like the concept of remixes in general, because the maps are more or less familiar enough so that you won't get alienated every single time you play it. But at the same time, by that same merit, it also keeps the gameplay fresh. Like if I was going over to Truth and Regret, two names that are referring to prophets, which makes me wonder if there's going to be a remix as well for Mercy, like the High Prophet of Mercy, where you can still have that recognizability for the maps. Like if you go to Regret, the red bases are pretty much the same. The lower level is more or less the same, but now you have a structure in the center and a different means to get up there. Which is interesting because that also increases your maneuverability, but it also decreases cross-map spraying. You have to now battle it out on the sides, and there's a cavern in the center where the Hydra spawns, which is Hydra is of course the revolver-style rocket launcher that will kill in 2 hits, I believe. So it's kind of operates similar to a brute shot. And when you scope in, you activate a targeting capability where it's able to lock on to other players. So it's kind of similar to the plasma launcher, but it's not. I've seen people say that it's an outright copy of the plasma launcher. In what way? In the plasma launcher, you could lock on to up to 4 plasma balls, in which case you would be able to take out an enemy that way, which is homing. But with the Hydra, it looks like it's completely possible to outrun them. And watch, I'm going to get this guy right there. He thought he could get away from me. He knew I was coming for him. Have a nice day. Prophet's Bane right up the ass. But Regret is a good map because, well, it's also like a change of location as well. Truth took place in space near Alpha Halo, and Regret ended up on a Halo installation. I don't know which one it is. It could be Alpha Halo, it could be Delta Halo. I'm gonna guess it's Alpha Halo because of the whole location. I guess like the whole importance of the Alpha Halo ring. Now the second map, the remix map, is Eden, which is a nighttime remix of Empire, and it's one of the few nighttime maps that we actually had in a Halo game. It's, I recall, what's it called? Uplift, Elevator, it's the one with the space tether in Halo 4. That's, Skyline, I think it's called. Yes, it's Skyline. That's a night map. And, unless you're willing to count the map set in space, not very many other maps were actually set at nighttime. So 343 is actually doing an interesting sort of thing where they're taking different parts of the day and using them in maps. That's good. That's fantastic. I like that. It's cool. And Eden itself, structurally, is, like I said, similar to other maps. Similar to Empire, because you still have the same sort of basic layout. Like where you have the red and the blue base on the side, you have the balcony on the outside, and you have the sniper spawn. But there's also additional catwalks that are put in the area. Some of the rooms are sort of mixed around a little bit. You have a couple of construction tarps strewn about the place, so that the map also has its own identity. Eden is a lot more of a sniper-friendly map than Empire is, and that's partly because of the catwalks. And it makes me wonder if we're going to be able to modify a lot of these maps in Forge, because some of these pieces look suspiciously like they've been placed there in Forge. So are we going to be able to remix our own remix maps on our own? come release date? I hope so, because remixing a map like that is making it sort of playable is very good. And in the sense that nobody wants to play the same map forever, everyone wants to try something new. And the other maps in the Halo series haven't been all that accommodating to forging, in the sense that there were too many fixed assets on the map that didn't really change all that much. So my hope is, upon release, we are able to forge up regular maps so that we make them different. And like I said, I liked Eden. Some people don't like Eden and all that. Some people do. I'm one of the people that like it because it mixes it up. That's exactly what a remix is supposed to do. Keep something faithful, but at the same time add a little bit of spice onto it that'll make it interesting. And that's basically all I have to say on that. And when I post a video and all that, I'm basically like admiring the skybox and all that. The skyboxes are very beautiful. And this one, they're actually modeled. So they're actually three-dimensional buildings. I remember I got out of the map one time. I was flying around. The buildings are actually there. They're actually modeled and all that. It's not like a solid JPEG that they're putting behind the entire map. And it's good to actually see that sort of thing, like to hear like the background. You hear like police sirens, you hear like explosions. That makes me wonder what's actually going on in that map, because it's also from a lore perspective. 343 is actively trying to incorporate lore into the multiplayer, which is still very, very good, because not very many people, not very many companies tend to put such story importance on their maps. And that guy, I don't know why he didn't lunge at me. He probably had like a small lag spike and something like that. And I've seen that happen a couple times, where people haven't been able to tag other people because of lag. And I don't know why, because it's basically confusing me that when I was playing Breakout, frequently I've had my connection, my internet connection, drop down to limited, so that I wasn't able to get ranked for about maybe 4 or 5 games. I don't understand why. That's what it is. See, that's what I was doing right back there. Taking advantage of my thruster pack so that I can take down those opponents. Because they're not really expecting you to dash backwards. It's usually dashing forwards that they would expect you to do. And there we go. I managed to get that victory right there. See me? That is a badass helmet, if I do say so myself. I like that visor. It makes me look so dangerous. So deadly. It's really cool. I think I like it more than Frost. I don't know, like the red sort of conveys that sort of aggressiveness. And look at that, like me front and center, red visor, red body. Ooh, I love it. Now, some people have also said that the blue players are too blue in the sense that they blend into their environments, and that could be true. And that is something that I think needs to be addressed, in the sense that if your blue player does actively camouflage into darker sort of areas, you should up the brightness. And I get what they're trying to do here. We're still far away from release. We still got plenty of time to tweak these sort of things, but it's something that they should consider. Like, they're looking for feedback, and this is what they think they need to do. Also, I have a suggestion for Empire, because I don't know if sniper rifles, like I said, Empire is not a very sniper-friendly map, because you do have sightlines, but they're very cluttered, which makes such shots difficult to make. I have a suggestion. Some people have said they wanted a rocket launcher, but I don't think that's conducive to the map's closed nature. I think it might be better if there's a shotgun spawn in Empire. Hear me out on this one. I know I'm rambling and all that, because you have a map that's has close quarters, where you can get into knife fight range very quickly. I think it's better if you substitute the sniper rifles for a single shotgun, where people can grapple over. Like, give it a nice high ammunition capacity, some nice reserve ammunition, and make it attractive right there, because this is a map where a shotgun would really do well. And like I said, I'm just rambling here, but I think that could work better than sniper rifles. Which, sniper rifles are good on Eden. They're good on open maps like that, where you have a lot of balconies, a lot of catwalks. And yeah, those are just my general thoughts on the matter. Were there any other things that I was concerned with? not really a concern, but I was hoping that they could address that when you're modifying your Spartan, when you're in your Spartan hub, your Spartan turns pink. I'm not sure what it is, but it's only when you're not doing it outside the main menu. When you're using the main menu, your Spartan will be in its actual color. And that's kind of weird because we're only doing team games right now. We're not really doing any sort of rumble pit. We're not doing any sort of free-for-all sort of matches. Makes you wonder, are we going to? I'd like it if we're going to be seeing something like that. And also, I'm looking forward to when they put out the Stronghold game type, where it's going to be something similar to King of the Hill, I've been told. And I've reasoned, but they said that they're going to be moving. So, I don't know, is this going to be some sort of combination between King of the Hill and Dominion? Because Dominion was actually a very, very interesting mode that they put into Halo 4. I like the base building aspect of it all. And we still got another week to think about that. I've got another week to get used to Breakout. And I've got 2 more weeks to get up to my semi-pro. I'm getting close to Onyx 3, so, and again, that's because I'm playing with a good team, and I'm getting lucky with some of my matches. So, who knows? Anything's possible. I'll get that ranking yet. So, I've been talking for about 26 minutes here, close to a half hour. My throat is starting to hurt, and you're probably edging to hear this without any of my commentary. So, this is where I'm going to back out. Hope you enjoy the rest of the footage, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Let's play some Halo, everyone. Hoorah!
Enemy halfway to victory.
Pop in the nade. Thanks for the help. Got sniped.
Roll.
Contact, red dart. Not good. Watch your nade spam.
Takes the lead. Gain the lead.
Made the headshot.
30 seconds to sniper rifle. Our weapons in 30 seconds. Sniper rifle. Our weapons in 10 seconds.
Friendly X in the pit.
Sniper rifles ready. Our weapons are up.
Last shot.
We grabbed the sniper rifle.
The lead.
Sights going to work. Good assist, thanks. Have a nade. Red base. Hey, cut it out, Spartan. Enemy down.
5 minutes remain.
Watch your ammo.
Spotted one outside.
Gain the lead. Next kill wins. Game over. Victory. Slayer. Control power weapons to dominate the enemy team.
Throwing one out.
Contact. Blue streak.
Blue 2.
Spotted a day.
Grenade incoming! Thanks for the assist. Red streak, enemy spotted.
Red streak is under fire.
Clean kill. Top is under fire. Enemy engagement. Move in. Nate! Cover! They hit me!
Move in.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Enemy going loud! Top hill down! Nate, incoming!
Reversal.
Contact! Hostile fire!
Game over. Defeat. Control power weapons to dominate the enemy team.
Friendly X
The
outside!
lead.
Got the kill!
Lost the lead. Gained the lead. Gained the lead.
Spartan down!
Gained the
Spotted
lead.
outside. Targets in blue base. They're down.
Friendly X outside! Keep going, Spartan! Enemy internal! Friendly X, blue base! Target spotted, outside! We lost one, outside! Taking fire from the pit. I need backup in the blue yard!
Sniper rifle in 30 seconds. Power weapons in 30 seconds.
Top gun.
10 seconds to sniper rifle. Power weapons in 10 seconds. Sniper rifle's ready. Power weapons are up. Grab the sniper rifle.
Friendly X, outside! Lost one!
We've got the sniper rifle.
Taking damage. Target's under fire.
Way to victory.
Watch your name! Same team! Red guard.
Assassination!
Hostile going loud.
Enemy down. One down. Shields are back.
Target blue window.
30 seconds to sniper rifle. Power weapons in 30 seconds.
Blue dog. Pick up a DMR.
Sniper rifle in 10 seconds. Power weapons in 10 seconds. Snipers up. Power weapons are up.
10 kills to win.
We've got the sniper rifle.
Watch enemy fire. Enemy sniper. Game over.
Minutes remain.
Hostile fire. Nate, incoming.
Outside, it's under fire.
Kids win.
Headshot. Grab cover.
Game over. Victory. Control power weapons to dominate the enemy team.
Taking fire. Hostile fire. Throwing grenades.
First strike.
We shoot. Outside, it's under fire. Charge your way.
Gain the
Target down.
lead.
Grab the sniper rifle. We've got the sniper rifle.
Lost the lead. Lost the
Down,
lead.
red flag. Toss a grenade.
Lost the
Headshot.
lead.
Grab cover.
Lost the lead.
Good aim. Target in turbine.
Lost the lead.
Fire. They hit me.
Gain the lead.
Fire. Top mid.
Gain the lead.
Stay down. Great headshot. Shields up. Good to go. Thanks for the assist.
Sniper rifle in 30 seconds. Power weapons in 30 seconds.
Keep moving. Taking fire in the pit. Toxic fire flash. Thanks for the help.
Sniper in 10. Power weapons in 10 seconds.
Ending grenade! Take cover. You're one shot. Move back out. Taking fire. Keep your head.
We've got the sniper rifle.
Halfway to victory.
Got the kill. Sniper rifle drop.
Sniper rifle in 30 seconds. Power weapons in 30 seconds. Seconds to sniper rifle. Power weapons in 10 seconds.
Thanks for the help.
Sniper rifle's ready. Power weapons are up. Sniper rifle's ours.
Got him.
Kills to win. 5 minutes remaining.
Spartan down. Game over. Headshot.
30 seconds to sniper rifle. Our weapons in 30 seconds. Sniper in 10. Our weapons in 10 seconds.
Next kill wins. Game over. Victory.